Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Attorney Stella, where I try to simplify legal concepts so you can easily understand them. Today we're tackling a topic that a lot of people ask about: pasalo, or more specifically, assuming the balance of a car loan. So in our video, kasi madaming nagtatanong kung paano ba daw yung pasalo, is it legal? Ano ba dapat i-expect nila? So what is it? How does it work? What are the risks? And most importantly, how can you do it legally and safely? I will also answer some common questions and share real life scenarios to help you understand this concept better. Okay, let's start. Now, let's start with the basics. Pasalo is when someone takes over the remaining loan balance of a car that someone else is financing. This usually happens when the original owner can no longer afford the monthly payments and offers the car for someone else to assume. Now, here's the deal: the buyer agrees to pay the remaining loan balance and sometimes even an upfront takeover fee for the seller's down payment. Sounds simple, right? But here's the catch: it's not as easy as just transferring the car. Why? Because the bank or financing company needs to approve it. Without their approval, you could face some serious problems. Now, how does it work? Let me walk you through the step by step process of a legal pasalo transaction. Okay, so step one: verify the loan and the car status. So if you're the buyer, check niyo po yung seller's loan, yung documents ng loan na yon. Is the loan current? Kailangan yung malaman kung meron bang any payments na na-miss. So you have to verify then yung car registration documents. Make sure the car isn't encumbered or involved in disputes para wala kayong poproblemahin later on. Now, step two: notify the bank. Ito yung step na madaming tao na nagsiskip, and it can be a mistake because the bank owns the car until the loan is fully paid, usually. So, you need the written consent to transfer the loan. Without this, yung agreement niyo po between the buyer and the seller is incomplete. Step 3: apply for loan assumption. Now, once the bank is notified, si buyer, kailangan niya mag-apply to take over the loan. So, the bank will ask for documents like proof of income, yung pwede din silang mag-perform ng credit check. If they approve, the new loan documents will be signed. Now, in this step, I advise you to email or visit the bank itself. Meron din naman po silang email for car loans. For example, you go to your Gmail or to your email provider, and then you email po the car loan department of that bank, and mainam na mag-ask po ng mga requirements doon para hindi na pabalik-balik. Next, step 4: finalize the agreement. So, while waiting for bank approval, okay, si buyer and si seller should create a memorandum of agreement or deed of sale with assumption of mortgage. So, ano po ba yung laman ng mga document na ito? So, kailangan it should clearly state the car's details, the loan balance, any upfront payments made by the buyer, and don't forget to have it notarized. So, kailangan nyo po ng mga IDs nyo, kailangan meron. So, pag sinabi pong upfront payment, pwede namang, for example, nagkasundo kayo na 50,000 pesos yung ibibigay ni buyer kay seller. So, nasa inyo na po yung kasunduan na yan. But make sure that that is properly documented so you are also protected. Step 5, transfer of ownership. So, eto na po, after the bank's approval, you can update the car's registration at the LTO. So, pagkatapos na po ng lahat, this officially makes the buyer the new owner. So, mag-transfer na sa LTO. I'm not sure if you still should I create a video about this? But yes, that's our step 5. Now, let's answer some of the most common questions people ask about pasalo. Question 1 is, can I skip telling the bank? For me, and this is my point of view, if I am being careful, then my answer is no. Because this is one of the biggest mistakes people make. If the bank isn't informed, then the seller remains legally liable for the loan. Worse, the bank could repossess the car even if the buyer is making payments. Clear po ba tayo doon? Okay. Next question. What happens if the buyer stops paying? Now, if the bank wasn't informed dun sa transaction ng pasalo between the buyer and seller, the seller is still responsible for the loan. So this could ruin their credit score and it may lead to legal action. So, may ganon. Next, is it worth doing pasalo? I'd say it depends. Kasi for the buyer, it's a great way to own a car without paying the full price upfront. But for the seller, it's risky unless the bank approves the transfer and releases them from liability naman. So, what if there are hidden fees? So, what you should do, always check the loan balance and request a statement of account from the bank. So, ayun na nga po, pwede po kayong mag-email tapos mag-ask po kayo ng mga details na ito. This ensures you're aware of any penalties or overdue amounts. Now, let me share two quick scenarios to help you understand the risks and rewards of a pasalo. Okay, scenario 1, the unauthorized pasalo. Anna sold her car to Ben without informing the bank. Si Ben naman pumayag na siya na nga magbayad ng monthly payment. Kaya lang, after a few months, hindi na nabayaran ni Ben. He stopped paying. So ang nangyari, the bank repossessed the car and the bank demanded payment from Anna. So, ang result sa scenario na ito, Anna lost her car and still had to pay the loan. Ouch. So yung lesson po dito is, do not skip notifying the bank. Okay? Next. Scenario 2, the legal pasalo. Okay. So, Carlos wanted to sell his car to Diane. Carlos informed the bank and then Diane applied for loan assumption with the bank. Now, the bank approved and they signed a new loan agreement. Diane continued the payments and Carlos was released from any liability. Lesson: follow the proper process for peace of mind. Okay. So, some quick tips to wrap up. Always involve the bank in any pasalo transaction. Next, conduct due diligence, check the loan and the car documents. And lastly, consult a lawyer to ensure your agreements are legally binding. Pasalo can be a great opportunity if done right, but if you skip steps, it can lead to challenges and problems. Okay? Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you have more questions, please leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more legal tips and insights. This is Attorney Stella, making the law simple and accessible for everyone. See you in the next video. Ciao!